So here we have a change of base problem. Notice this is base 4, this is base 2. So before we can consolidate the logs, we need to make them the bases the same. And usually we try to make them to be the same as the smaller base. So we try to get everything to be base 2. Now, let's change this from base 4 to base 2. Now how do we do that? We simply just change it. So this is log base 2, 2x plus 2. But of course, remember the rule here, we have to divide by the log, still base 2, the new base, and then base 4 here. Alright, so minus, so already base 2, x plus 1 equal to 1. So the first thing is to make everything base 2. And this is how we do it. Notice, change the base, but we have to divide by log, the new base, and then here, we'll log in the old base. Now what is log? What is the log of 4 base 2? In other words, we need to find the value of this. What's the value of this? The log of 4 base 2. How do we get the value? We think of what 2 to what power give us 4? 2 to the power of 2 give us 4. So this thing here is equal to 2. So let's rewrite. So this is log 2x plus 2. So the denominator here is 2. That's what log 4 base 2 is. Minus log x plus 1 is equal to 1. Now, so what do we do now? So of course we need to get rid of this denominator here. So we multiply each term by 2. So multiply each term by 2 to get rid of the fraction here. So 2 times this, we end up with, so multiply each term by 2. So 2 times, so 2 times this, 2 times that, and then 2 times the right hand side, right? So 2 into 2. So we're left with just log of 2x plus 2 base 2 minus, no, this 2 times 2. Remember, we can always, so third law we look at, we can always put this 2 here as a power. So x plus 1 square, and then 2 times 1, that's 2. And now we can consolidate the logs. Alright, so this is log base 2. We're subtracting, so we can put the 2x plus 2 over x plus 1 square. So 2x plus 2 over x plus 1 square equal to, the right hand side there is 2. So let me just, alright, so what we'll end up with, remember the definition for log, the base here to this power, so 2 to the power of 2 is equal to 2x plus 2 over x plus 1 square. Now what is x plus 1 square? Let's expand x plus 1. X plus 1 square, can do the rough work here, is x plus 1 times itself, right? So x plus 1 square was x square plus 2x plus 1. Just expand this, you get x square plus 2x plus 1. And therefore, we end up with 2 square is 4. So, alright. So 2 square is 4, so we can do a little, right, cross multiplication there. So 2 square, so it's 4 times x square plus 2x plus 1. Also multiply both sides by x square plus 2x plus 1. And then we'll just have x plus 2x plus 2 here. So we have 1 times 2x plus 2, we end up with that. Let's expand. So we have 4x square plus 8x plus 4. We distribute the 4 to each term in the bracket. That's equal to 2x plus 2. So group-like terms, we have 4x squared. And then we have positive 8x. Group here, minus 2x. Now we have positive 4. Group here, minus 2. Equals 0. So you have a quadratic. And remember, we're solving a quadratic. We want the one of the sides to be 0. Good? So now we have 4x squared plus 6x plus 2 is equal to 0, right? So how do we solve this? Well, one thing we can do is divide each term by 2. Just to make the quadratic simpler, divide each term by 2. So 4x squared divided by 2, that's 2x squared. Divide the 6x by 2, that's 3x. And divide 2 by 2, that's 1. So we have a quadratic that we can factorize. How can we factorize this? We can rewrite 3x as 2x plus 1x, right? So let me just factorize this. So we have to continue up here. I have 2x squared plus 3x, which I'll rewrite as 2x plus 1x plus 1. And then I factor by a group. So the first pair, I factor out 2x. And I'll have, what, x plus 1. The second pair, the only common factor there is 1. I have x plus 1. So the common bracket is x plus 1. The common factor there, and outside we have 2x plus 1. And to solve this quadratic, we equate both brackets to 0. So x plus 1, we equate that to 0. And the 2x plus 1 will also equate to 0. Solving this, we get x equal negative 1. And solving this, we have 2x equal minus 1. Divide both sides by 2. So x equal to minus half, or minus 0.5. Let's look at another change of base problem. Notice the base are different. One is base 8, one is base 2. So we have to make them the same base. And we always try to aim for to make them a smaller base. So we try to get these to be base 2. So let's change the base 8 here to base 2. So it's log. Change it to base 2. But I have to divide by log. Change it to base 2. And then I'm logging the old base, right? Which was 8. And this is equal to 3 plus log y base 2. Now, what's the value of this? The denominator here. Log 8 base 2. What's the value of that? You ask yourself, what do we need to raise? What power do we need to raise this base here to make it 8? So 2 to which power? Give us 8. That's 3. So this can be written as log y base 2 over 3 is equal to 3 plus log and now we need to get rid of the denominator here, so we can times each term by 3. So 3 times this value, 3 times this value, and 3 times this value, right? So we end up with log y base 2, 3 times 3, that's 9, plus, what is this now? 3 times the 3 we can move here, so that's log y to the power of 3. Good. And let's group everything now. Alright, so we can combine the logs. So we'll end up with, let me just combine everything over here. So the logs on the left hand side, so I have log y grouping minus, this is what, log y cube base 2 equal positive 9, right? So I just group the logs over the left hand side. Now remember the rule, we can consolidate the logs. So this will be y over y cube equal to 9. Good. Which means that 2 to the power of, to base to this power, so 2 to the power of 9 is equal to y over y cube. So what's 2 to the power of 9? That's 512. And y over y cube, that's 1 over y square, right? So, because y into itself, 1. And then, so it's 1 over y square. Because this y divided into this gives us y square, alright? So, 512 over 1 is equal to 1 over y square. So we can just flip both sides and say 1 over 512 is equal to y square. So just reciprocate both sides. Alright? So y would be the square root of 1 over 512. Alright? So I can take the square root of both sides. So the square root of 512. So y will be the square root of 1 over 512. Plus or minus, right?